Hey guys, my name is Ash and welcome to my first ever plan with me. So, I have been bullet journaling for almost 2 years now, and this is currently my fifth bullet journal. That might sound a little weird, 2 years, 5 bullet journals, but that's just kind of how I vibe with it. Um, and I thought I would film a plan with me because I'm doing a theme that I've never done before and I've never seen anyone do before, and that is the 100. I have never, ever done a TV show monthly theme, but to be fair, recently I haven't even really been like extending my theme more than like the first spreads, but I thought let's do this because I binge the entire show. I just started watching it. I watched all 7 seasons in like 2 weeks. Not even kidding. It's just a really good show. So I did that, and I was sort of wondering what I wanted to do because I drew out like a different theme and I started finelining it and then sort of put it to the side, and I went back to like go finish it later and I didn't really like it. So I glued those pages together and moved on and tried this. So this first picture on the side here is an astronaut like falling through space, and I looked up to get sort of like a vibe of the 100 aesthetic art, and this showed up and I thought it was really cool, and I knew I had to do it for like the cover page. So yeah, the astronaut is not my original drawing, but all of the other drawings in here are, but you'll see later those like later aren't mine either, but I'll explain when we get there. So on the other side, that is the arc when it's in Arcadia. Pretend it looks like the arc. I know it really doesn't. Oh, and the little details I'm drawing now are like flowers. I don't know if you can really see. This is my first time ever filming like this. So I apologize for the lighting changes that are gonna happen. There's gonna be a really drastic lighting change. And then it'll be pretty solid for like the rest of the video. So that's good, I guess. But yeah, I'm just coloring them all in now. I penciled it out, then I fine lined it, and now I'm going in and coloring it. I was gonna decide on what grays to use, which is why at the beginning there's like some different gray colors. And then there was just brown. Oh, and the quote on the side here is life should be about more than just surviving, because, that's a pretty iconic quote. Both Lexa and Clark said that. Rip Lexa, by the way. Oh, this also video is like kind of a giant spoiler warning because I'm probably going to be talking a lot about it. Here's the lighting change I was talking about. It'll get better in a second. Like, I just didn't have light, and I also just wanted to finish the cover page. But like the rest of it, it'll be good. Yeah, because I'm going to be talking about a lot of the stuff that happens, so yeah. Next up, we have the calendar page, and I was using my grid spacing cheat sheet, ever since I saw Amanda Rachel do one. I've been using it ever since. And yeah, November's one of those weird months this year where it's 6 rows instead of 5. Which was kind of annoying, but I mean, whatever. I also decided that, since I'm like full on filming a video and stuff, I should probably use a ruler. I rarely use rulers, and my lines always turn out wonky. But I was like, let's try. Let's actually try today. Rare occurrence for me. Not sure if I'm going to do it again. And then I was just erasing pencils because, I had to put it out. And then for the way that I wrote November, you'll see in a second, I kind of took inspiration, or I took inspiration from how they wrote Camp Jaha before it was Arcadia. When it said Camp Jaha, that's sort of how they wrote it, and that same shape and stuff too. So I was like, let's do that. And then I also couldn't decide what to draw on the sides, so you'll see pencil appear out of nowhere. Wow, magic. It's the 2-headed reindeer that they saw in the very first episode, Finn, Clark, Jasper, all them. And yeah, I just didn't really know what to draw, so I drew that in. I kind of like the way it looks. I don't know, it's kind of a weird animal to draw. And then next, I have played with trackers a lot. I have had a lot of trackers, and I've also played with only a few trackers. I've done workout trackers, calorie intake trackers, style of food trackers. I've done a lot of food trackers, surprisingly. And I, in the end, really only like 2 trackers, which are habit and sleep. Like, I used to do mood all the time too. I've only not done mood for like 2 months, and honestly, like, it's not that big of a deal for me. What I like about bullet journaling is if you're not liking something, you don't have to keep it going. So I just kind of dropped everything else and only kept these 2. And even still, I'm really bad at keeping up with trackers. Like, there will be a week when I don't fill in anything and then fill in everything for the week like in one day. But I mean, whatever. I was contemplating not even doing anything, like any trackers, but I was like, you know what, I probably should. I also just decorated it with like the little leaves and flowers that the astronaut had on his suit. I thought that would be kind of a fun decoration because I didn't really know what to do. You're also not going to see what I actually write into the trackers because, I don't know, I just kind of didn't really feel like sharing that. Here I have another quote page that says, "Who we are and who we need to be to survive are very different things," by Bellamy Blake. Mr. Bellamy. Rip Bellamy. Hated his ending. Whatever. And then I just have a brain dump because I always find myself using brain dumps. Like, always. So now for the weekly spreads. I didn't know what I wanted to do for them. Normally for weekly spreads, I'll just pick like an aesthetic and then do it for that one and then pick a different one for the next one. But I thought, why not do character aesthetics for each of these weekly spreads? Because like, I normally don't even continue on my theme for the weekly spreads, but I thought I would today. So I picked 6 different characters and literally just looked up on Safari like Clark Griffin aesthetic and then picked up like one of them that came up. So these are not my like creations, but yeah, anyway, so the characters I picked I think were Clark Griffin, Raven Reyes, Octavia Blake, Bellamy Blake, Lexicom Tree Crew, and John Murphy. I wish I could have picked more, but there are only so many weeks that I can do. 6 was also kind of pushing it, but I normally don't do all 7 days in a week. Like, normally I'll just do how many ever fits in the spread. And since I did 6 characters, I actually planned out to do 5 in each, so I fit 5 days in each weekly spread. And yeah, so then I got, all 30 of them. So here we go. I normally also do not do all my weekly spreads at once, but I thought, why not? Why not? I never do this. I normally wait till like a few days before my current one is over before doing it. So first I did Raven Reyes, and I did multiple quotes from each of the characters for each of these. So her first one is "Sorry boys, places to go." And then I think her other one was "My brain's all sorts of awesome," or "all kinds of awesome," something like that. And each of these like pictures just sort of like sum them up or whatever. I love Raven. Raven is so smart. She's so badass. I love her. She's great. And yeah. So, my brain's all kinds of awesome. And I also just drew these little designs because I need to like, fit 5 days in. I didn't want to have too much space or too little space, so yeah. I also picked different colors for each of them that I felt sort of matched the vibe, and red, obviously, for Raven, because it's Raven. Next, we have Octavia. I love Octavia. And in the last season, like, when she's Hope's mom and stuff, that was really cool, and seeing her, like, recover from being Blood Reina. Personally, I was not a fan of Blood Reina. I'm sorry, but yeah, once Lincoln died, it kind of just went downhill for her. Her first thing was "I'm not afraid," her first quote. I also came back to the spread when I did Bellamy's, I think, because one of Bellamy's quotes was "whatever the hell we want," and that reminded me of Octavia's quote of "we're back, bitches," and I need to just add that. So you're not going to see that yet, but you will see it in a second. Oh, her other one is "you can't protect me from this one, big brother." I tried to pick, like, iconic quotes from each of them. Not really sure if I succeeded or not. Oh, you'll see me flipping to the back and stuff because I'm trying to, like, swatch out the colors to see how they go. I also just drew these weird, like, designs on the side. Not really sure why. Next up, we have Clark Griffin, the one and only one hit. Yay. If I could have done more characters, I definitely would have done like a Mori, Maddie, Echo, probably Dioza. I like Dioza. I don't know about y'all, but I like Dioza. Indra. Could have done so many more. Her first quote was, "I bear it so they don't have to." Honestly, we love Clark for that. We love Clark for always taking the high road. And also the ending. Everyone hated season 7. I thought it was kind of a cool idea, and I loved the ending. The ending was like great. I just kind of wish that Bellamy was there. And like the dead could transcend, so then Lexa could come back. Oh my god, I wish. Because like Clark's the only one there who doesn't have someone to be with, you know. Oh, and like, actually, just kidding. That's a lie. Forget I said that. Her other quote was, "You may be the chancellor, but I'm in charge." Love that. And, "I stopped being a kid the day you sent me down here to die." But those were to her mom, I think. I also just do these weird grid things to fill up the empty space, because, yeah. Next up, we have Lexa cum Tree Crew. I love Lexa. Still mad she died. Never gonna get over her death. Ever. Ever. I'm sorry. Like, there's no way Lexa cum Tree Crew, you know, the freaking commander, would die from a bullet wound like that. That's just not how it works. Her other one, I don't remember what her other quotes. I noticed after gluing all these down that I put all of the photos at the bottom. That was not intentional. I can't decide if I liked it or not, but it's there. Her second quote was, "The dead are gone, the living are hungry." Oh, and the living are hungry. And then, "Victory stands on the back of sacrifice." I don't get how people can't like Lexa. Actually, do Lexa haters even exist? I don't think so. Now we have Bellamy Blake. Okay, Bellamy's death. I'm sorry, should not have happened. Should not have happened. I'm not getting over that. Ever. But, I mean, it's okay, because they all found peace in the end or whatever. His most iconic quote, in my opinion, is, "My sister, my responsibility." Or like when he says, "You're my sister, but you're not my responsibility," you know, blah blah blah. Also, these little black squares do have quotes in them. I don't really remember what they said, and I don't have my bullet journal next to me, so I can't exactly show them to you. Oh, "Whatever the hell we want." This is when I realized, you know, I should write "We're back, bitches" for Octavia. When he was talking to Clark, he said, "If you need forgiveness, I'll give that to you, and then screw fear, I'm telling my own story." I miss Bellamy. And last but certainly not least, we have John Murphy. John Murphy could arguably be my favorite character out of all of them. I don't know, I love John so much. After like the first few seasons, not when he was like the dick killing everyone, but you know what I mean. Like, especially him with the Mori, so good. First quote is, "Nah, I got nothing better to do." And then another one is, "I think peace is overrated. It's the fighters that survive. Jaha, if you're seeing this, then indeed means you're not dead, so screw you." And then pain, pain, envy, and fear, those are the ABCs of me. It would take them away and you have nothing left. This is the final flip through. I hope you guys enjoyed this plan with me. Let me know if I should do some in the future. This was kind of a lot of work. I don't know if I'll do one, but we'll see. I really love how this month turned out. It probably is going to be one of my favorites, like, forever. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. You can follow me on Instagram at affected.buju. I rarely post on there though, so don't expect me to be active. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!